turned the game around. What did you see on that play? And then it's often hard once a ball's tipped, and then to outrace the quarterback. What was going on for you?
Man, it's a big turning point for the game. We needed the momentum to shift, and now we got a break right there. When the ball tipped, when the city tipped it, all I see was daylight. The only thing going through my head is just go get caught, got to score.
Thinking at all about the Broncos?
Connor, could you talk about your resiliency and just the team's resilience overall?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't nearly a perfect game for me. I mean, my goodness, two picks, I think 2 fumbles. You know, I talked at halftime to the team, and I said the reason why we won last week was that when adversity hit, which it hit at halftime, I think we were tied. But we stuck together and we clung together. Last year's team would have been divisive. Last year's team would have crumbled. But we stuck together. We unified together when the going went tough. We unified together. Even the second half wasn't perfect. I mean, crap. We made some plays. Defense bailed us out a few times. So that's how football games are sometimes.
Paul, could you talk about your first 2 games over 400 yards now?
I mean, all goes to our offensive line, our quarterback. We're fortunate to notice blown coverage. We're fortunate for Connor to, instead of throwing the ball away, instead of ducking his head and running, every time he scrambles, he looks downfield. And as long as he has enough time to look downfield, we're hanging down in the balance waiting to make a play for him. So, that's how we were able to be successful.
Greg, the first interception return for touchdown in quite some time, in a few seasons. Did it feel good to kind of kick off the, continue from where you left off last week and, make that further make a name for yourself?
Yeah, it felt good. Coach Bear emphasizes creating turnovers, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to change it around here and, be strong on defense and just make plays.
But Greg, what has specifically been the difference for the defense? I mean, you know as well as I do, these plays weren't being made by you guys last year. What has enabled you guys to change that around?
Just the experience and the confidence that we have this season. Everybody's, they had to grow up fast last year, and now we're just playing with a lot of confidence, and we have great coaching staff. They really get on us hard in practice, and it just makes it easier for us in the game.
Connor, in the first touchdown pass to Paul, it seemed like he had another gear. Did you know that gear was there from practicing together? I mean, it looked in the beginning like it was overthrown, then all of a sudden he stepped into another gear.
Yeah, I was holding my helmet. I was like, I overthrew him, and then he just got it. I've seen it a few times, so I wasn't nervous.
Connor, what kind of coverages were you seeing on Paul? Because after last week, you sort of assumed that the defensive game plan would be focused.
They mix it up. We were talking about on the sideline. They did some press man. They clouded them. They did a good job of disguising what they were doing, and and that's where if they try to stop him, and the other guys they did Nelson Spruce and Dede and Tyler, they stepped in. So instead of having to rely on just Paul and be one-dimensional with that, we can spread the ball around if they're trying to stop him. So try to keep the defense guessing.
For Paul and Greg, a 2-0 start. You guys haven't been around that here in Boulder. What's that do for your guys' confidence right now? Is your confidence higher than it's ever been as well?
Yeah, it's very high right now, but we still have a lot of work to do, and we have a big game coming up, but our confidence is high right now.
I think we have great confidence, but it's stemming from these coaches. Coach McIntyre came in and put a great staff together, and they've just been encouraging us, and they've been constructive and criticizing us constructively, and they changed our whole attitude. You see, we don't have that cave-in mentality. We don't have that, oh, we made a play, but they made a play back, so now that's over. We rise to the occasion, and we make more plays than the other team, and that's what we've been doing the past couple of weeks. Fortunately, our defense has been getting key turnovers. Greg's about to catch me in touchdown, so we got a lot of work to do. Still got a lot of work to do, man.
Is there anything you guys are going to do specifically to carry this momentum into Fresno State and the conference schedule?
I think we just have to realize that this game is over. We have to be happy about it, put it behind us, and the seniors and us captains have to let the team know, like, hey, we have work to do. Just like last week, we attacked practice like we were about to play in the Super Bowl. And we have to come out tomorrow, starting with tomorrow, come in, focus, dialed in, correct our mistakes, get to practice on Tuesday, and we have to hit it hard, hit it running, and if we continue to pick it up in practice and keep, fighting and pushing one another, Saturdays are just gonna be that much easier for us.
So
Well,
you guys
we
go,
were really looking forward to this game. You told us we were really looking forward. Being on Folsom, you break the home losing streak, you're 2-0. How big a win was this for you?
It was big for our team, It's no better feeling than stepping on the Folsom. Literally, the crowd had the field shaking. Like, you couldn't hear anything when the other team was on offense. And that's, us having the crowd as the 12th man on the field every time, that helps us. And it's fortunate that it was at home and we got a home win. We needed that, especially the season opener.